Oh my god. Oh, I am going to see this face for the rest of my life. Yes, as you can tell, I don't like faces. I don't like ghost faces. And that is exactly what happens in this video. The video itself comes from Nuke's Top 5, so shout out to them. I'll put all the links in the description below, so please go check them out. And the video is titled Top 5 Scary Ghost Videos for Horrible Nightmares. And as you'll tell in the duration of this video, I probably will have nightmares after this. It wasn't nice, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't nice. But in a good way. You're going to enjoy it. And if you do, please do me a favour, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Nuke's Top 5.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera.
Dun, dun, dun.
In the water. Debbie Morales and her friends are tubing down the canals of the Isabella River in Puerto Rico when she begins to record with her phone. Debbie can be heard screaming and laughing until her camera catches something in the water that quickly makes her lose her voice.
What are we looking at here?
Debbie posted the video to Facebook, saying that she saw a scary apparition in the water.
The fact that its head, mate, oh my god, hold on. Mate, the fact, mate, even thinking about it is making me feel sick. It was swimming like this. Like what? Who does that, mate? The only people that I can imagine doing that are weirdos and unalived people. But they don't swim. Or at least they shouldn't.
She asked friends to take a look and see if they saw the same thing in the video. And they did. Online viewers speculated that the image could be anything from the ghost of a drowning victim to a body in the water. And some even went so far as to suggest that it might be a mermaid.
Come on, bro.
Now, the most bizarre part of this video is that whatever this is almost seems to lunge toward Debbie.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. How can it
back into the water.
How can it be a I mean, I know that it's
what do you think?
Like
is this just
flowing
a strange
water,
trick of the light or a reflection? Or did Debbie catch something supernatural on camera? You decide.
I'm gonna go with
Meanwhile, on TikTok,
I'm gonna go
TikTok
with
user
that was really scary.
Henderson says that throughout his life he's always been prone to sleepwalk.
I actually have got no thoughts as to whether like that was real or fake. Obviously, it's very easy to just have someone lay under the water or whatever, but that wasn't nice at all.
During the night, one morning he wakes up to find his front door wide open.
No,
when
mate.
He checks his security camera.
That
he's
would
shocked
be
by what he finds.
Terrifying. Oh, mate, it's 3:10 a.m. You know what that means? So what's is he sleepwalking? He must be. Bro, I'm so confused. Why does he stare at why has he got socks on? Hold on, does it look like daylight outside, or is that like a street light maybe? But the fact that it's night vision would make me think that maybe it is dark. Why does it look so bright? Oh, maybe he has an outside light, maybe. Don't just move past that, mate. And he skips. Alex, no, mate. He just.
Alexander seems to be sleepwalking and speaking gibberish when something hanging next to the door starts swinging around on its own, and an empty water jug slides right across the floor.
I didn't even see the jug.
Alexander opens the door walks outside, and suddenly screams. He says he has no recollection of what happened to him and has no idea why he screamed. Now, Alexander says he's experienced supernatural activity before, so he begins to suspect that he might have seen something paranormal while sleepwalking. Then, only a day later, this happens.
No, mate. Mate, the scariest thing is, right, I used to sleepwalk as a kid. It's one of my biggest fears now, and I've never, ever said this in any sort of public setting. There's only about 2 or 3 people that actually know that. Basically, I used to sleepwalk so much. I didn't ever do anything bad, but I used to just walk down to my back door. My parents would say, like, Adam, you need to go to bed. And then I would sort of stand by the back door for a minute, just staring out the window. And then I would just go back up to bed. I don't know why. I have no idea. But because of that, I have, to this day, this fear that I am going to wake up just in the middle of nowhere, to the point where I will sleep. I hate sleeping with like a t-shirt on, but I will sleep with shorts and a t-shirt on just in case I wake up somewhere and I have no idea how I've got there, whatever, and I was asleep when I did it. Also, every time before I go to get in the shower, I have to pinch myself to make sure that I am not dreaming. And now that I've said it out loud, I feel very strange. I don't know if this is going to go out or not. Maybe it will. And if it has, then it means that I trust you lot. But yeah, really weird. Really weird. I don't know why I do it. I always literally, every single time on my wrist, I'll pinch myself. If I can feel pain, I know that I'm awake. Is that even a real thing? I swear, like, people say that you can't feel pain in a dream. But who even knows that? We don't even know why we dream. We don't even know where we go or where our consciousness goes when we sleep. So how can we possibly know like what you can and can't feel in a dream state? I don't know. Now I feel weird that I've pinched, mate, honestly, I've done it every single day for, God, I don't know. It's got to be like 15 years, maybe more. Maybe way more than that. Like I would have been about 15 then. And probably since I was about 12. So about 17, 18 years. Mental. I have no idea why, but it just happens. That was terrifying, by the way. Oh, and it remains terrifying.
A chair moves on its own. The fridge door opens. And
the only thing I don't like about this clip is the fact that this happens, that opens, and he's in this room, which makes me think, could he just be pulling strings and stuff, you know?
Appears to be a pack of plastic spoons is launched off the kitchen counter.
And there's just plastic spoons on the edge.
Months, nothing much happens. But then late one night, Alexander is hanging out at his friend Adam's house when he sees something truly chilling.
Oh God, we've seen this clip before. She doesn't live there. Doesn't matter. What is she doing? Hold on. Exactly that. She's doing exactly what I used to do when I was sleepwalking. I used to just stand there and stare out the window. I have no idea what I was staring at. I had a closed garden. There was nothing to see. I'm just weird. The thing is, if he had looked away and then looked back,
dress appears to be watching Alexander from the building across the street. Alexander claims that when his friend Adam finally came over to see what was going on, the creepy woman had disappeared.
Yeah, mate, I was going to say, if he looked away and then looked back,
Alexander to take a look at a speaker that's been acting up.
And might be nah, mate. Nah.
Alexander is still recording and captures something terrifying.
The button on the top and press it. There's a few here, see? Press the one in the middle.
Oh, mate, I'm really preempting something. I don't think I've seen this one. I don't want to watch this anymore. Nukes, mate, I don't... It's behind him. It was in the reflection behind him.
Did you see it? In the reflection of the window, the same woman in red can suddenly be seen standing behind Alexander in the doorway.
That's not even the worst part.
When he pans around, the woman has moved in an...
Okay. We're gonna watch Dora the Explorer after this.
instant and is now standing right next to him. Who or what could this eerie-looking figure be? Could it be a spirit that attached itself to the sleepwalking TikTok
One
user?
thing I'll say,
Or is it all just an elaborate
that video
hoax?
itself is
You
probably,
decide.
out of all the clips that we've seen recently, has got to be not only the easiest to fake, because that is literally just a case of someone goes outside and then as he's turning, it cuts. She's then come inside and it's stood behind him. Very easy. However, it's also probably one of the scariest for the fact that I didn't expect it. I really did not expect that.
Side.
But to be honest, it kind of was
This next creepy
exactly
video
what I
went
said that I
viral
didn't
on
want to
TikTok,
happen.
But it was originally recorded by Indonesian Twitter user justadang. Gus explains on Twitter that he was flying from Surabaya, Indonesia to Bali, and that he was the very first passenger to board the empty plane.
I really want to go to
As
Indonesia.
Gus is boarding, he records a video to send back to his wife. When he looks back at his footage, he spots something truly chilling.
I don't like this. When you see something post whatever it is. You know what I mean? Post visuals. Wait, there's someone behind the chair. There is someone sneaking on that flight.
Someone or something that seems to be cloaked in black can be seen moving around in one of the...
It has a white mask on or something, like a grey face, like an alien or something. That is one of the greys.
Someone or something that seems to be cloaked in black can
Hold
be
on,
seen
zoom in
moving
again.
around
Yeah? I'm going to go with no.
in one of the seats. But when Goose walks by the seat, there's no one there. Gustadang's video has been watched over 14 million times, and many viewers believe that the strange figure in the video could be the spirit of a deceased passenger. But what do you think?
Again,
Take that user...
look, it's very scary. Again, not difficult to fake. It could just be that that person is traveling with him and he's decided to record that and then they've hidden down. You know what I mean? Especially if they're like the only ones on the flight, which actually happens more regularly than you'd think. There's loads of people that end up traveling alone on the plane. So
Jim works at what he believes to be a haunted hospital
Still,
in New Jersey.
terrifying. It doesn't
Early
matter.
one afternoon, a security camera in one of the hospital's hallways captures something very creepy during Jim's shift.
It doesn't matter what happens in these hospitals. They're terrifying.
A supply cart can be
Mate,
seen rolling
watch
down
this
the
woman.
hallway on its own,
She sees it.
freaking out
and
the
she
hospital
stops.
staff
She's
nearby. Jim and his co-workers have no
I
idea
go?
what could have moved the cart, but things are about to get even stranger. Another CCTV camera in the hospital's laundry room records something absolutely unnerving.
If someone is in the washing machine thing, then I'm not having it. Well, that's not. I always speak too soon. I was about to say that a washing machine shaking is not abnormal, especially if you've got a heavy load in there. It's not, but then it's not meant to do that either.
No way.
It's literally just
No way.
what?
Jim.
Send me the video. When
Don't ask me why I've just recreated a washing machine's movement.
comes over.
It's like
It's
fully
you don't want
180.
to see the front of it. You know, so it's
Yeah.
funded so that he didn't have to look at it no more. Whoever's in that room.
What is all this as well? Why is the writing like black and white?
Oh my God.
Jim.
Is that normal?
Madeline, you didn't see. Come and look at the second one. Here comes the second one. No, the second one's moving now.
No way.
Watch the second one. Then the second one falls off. And the lady comes in from Dude Diagnostics.
What do you mean it falls off?
She was on FaceTime with somebody.
Watch the
Right,
second
so I'm guessing they're stacked, aren't they?
one.
Yeah, okay, that seems obvious.
It happens. This does not happen.
It falls off what?
It's a ghost. Look.
Look at it.
Who's spinning it?
It's spinning.
This one looks like it's telling this one a secret.
There's no way that they spin. There's
Like-
no. I don't care if it's bolted or not. They don't spin like that. Mine ain't bolted in my house. Mine don't come and walk around my living room. Look,
That's true.
You
how
are.
that one just came out. How'd it come out?
This
like
is
that?
what he means by it falls.
That was pushed out. I don't
Yeah.
care what nobody says. You can tell me whatever you want.
Me too. I can't wait to show everybody.
Look here, wait.
Where's Keith?
Show them the thing. Look here. Look at this. Look at it coming.
No way.
There's a ghost here.
No way.
I'm showing them the ghost in the back.
The ghost?
Oh,
And this
did
geezer-
you ever see what happened last night? Forgot about it. The
He
laundry.
just opened the door and he's like,
died.
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Laundry, all the laundry things in there.
Yeah.
They just start moving. They just start coming out and moving and going in circles and what you call it.
Hang on.
Come
Wait,
and
is that
look.
just falling off?
But it's crazy. I never saw
Hold on,
anything
what
like
was
it in
that?
my circles and what you call it.
Hang on.
Come and look. Yeah.
So I didn't
But
do it
it's-
far enough, apologies.
The laundry, all the laundry things in there.
Yeah.
They just
What's
start
just
moving.
falling off that?
They just start coming out and moving and going in circles and what you call it.
Hang on.
Come and look. Yeah.
Something did,
But
didn't
it's
it?
crazy. I
No,
never saw
this
anything like
makes
it in my
no
whole life.
Heavy washers and dryers slide across the floor as if they weigh nothing, seemingly moved by some unseen force.
Don't get me wrong.
Jim and his fellow hospital workers can't believe their eyes
vibration
as they
can
watch
move
the CCTV monitor.
A lot. We know
Now,
this. It can
even
lift
I'm
objects.
not sure just what's going on
But
here. Could it
it's a
be
bit-
that the hospital is indeed haunted, like Jim says?
It's a bit weird, isn't
Or
it?
just what could be spinning around multiple heavy washers all
I need someone to tell me in the comments how, if it can, how could that be done? Because right now I'm sitting there going, mate, this place is haunted. And if anywhere is going to be, I've said this a million times, if anywhere is going to be haunted, a hospital is probably the place, isn't it? They probably experience the most death.
all at the same time? Let me know what you think. Before we
I
move
think-
on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Haunting in Carmel, Maine. Kent Burris has been recording all of the strange supernatural activity
I've heard
going
about
on
this
in
place.
his haunted home for many years now and posting his experiences to
Hold on, no, this guy has caught some this was like one of the first videos I think I watched on the channel, like this clip, sorry, or at least about this place. And that video done really well. I think it done like 3,000 plus views.
his
Like,
YouTube channel, Ghosts of
Weird.
Carmel, Maine. In his latest YouTube docuseries about the house, Kent reveals some chilling, never-before-seen footage.
yeah, all I remember from this is that he doesn't have good camera quality ever. Yeah, all right, mate. Let's have a
Now lately, Kent believes that the paranormal presence in his home has become much more
I mean,
sinister
the shadow is
and
undeniable.
aggressive. The haunting has become so extreme that it now seems that the spirits are actually out to hurt Kent. During a spirit box session, Kent captures a chilling message.
What? What'd you say? What? What'd you say?
These I don't know, man. I was about to say it's
Did you say murder Kent? That's the second time I've heard that. I would have swore a few
swear.
minutes ago I heard them say kill Kent. And just a second ago I would have swore I heard them say murder Kent.
Now, threats are one thing.
I don't know, man.
but
It's
what
really hard
happens
with these
next
ones
is downright
because
terrifying.
it's like you almost hear what you want to hear in a way. You know, it's like that Laurel and Yanni or whatever that thing was. I don't know. Some of you all know what I'm talking about. Where it sounds, if you think about or if you read a word, it almost like your brain convinces you that that is exactly what it is. But then you could read a separate word that sounds very similar, And your brain will then convince you that that is what you are hearing. But when you try and convince yourself that you're hearing something, I don't know. It's hard because a lot of these, I think that they're kind of a bit of a reach.
Bye.
But I want to hear specifically. Well, I mean, I don't actually. What is
What
that?
the hell is that noise?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? Are you seriously going into the basement? I don't want to be down there with him. I'll be honest.
What the hell?
There is a lot of stuff and not enough light. I don't want to be here.
There is no doubt that if I stepped down in that water, I would have been electrocuted. The heater motor was in the water, and for some reason the breaker never tripped. And on top of the fact that that water was splashing all over the breaker panel, I have no doubt if I would have stepped down in that water, I would have been dead. And the only thing that saved me was remembering the voices just prior that said, kill Kent, murder Kent. That's what stopped me from stepping.
Imagine explaining that. Imagine explaining that. I mean, well, you wouldn't, because you'd obviously be indefinitely asleep. But imagine having to explain that. I heard a voice that said kill Kent, and then I went into the basement where I heard a noise coming from, and then I died. I mean, again, you wouldn't explain it, but imagine someone having to explain that, seeing the video. Like, what?
Stepping down in that water.
So, mate, look at that. The heater motor was in the water.
That's just weird.
Kent's basement suddenly floods and high voltage lines are making contact with the water. Kent is convinced that he could have lost
But
his life.
isn't like the circuit board or breaker or whatever in the basement? So how do we resolve that?
And been so wary of the ominous
And
threats that he had received
Never been in a
earlier.
basement either.
When Kent is walking through the main floor of his home, he experiences something that chills him to his core.
Oh, good God. Let's not do that again.
Oh my God, what the hell? Frickin', I don't care if it's snowing, I'm in my house.
A shadow figure is standing at the top of the staircase, seemingly waiting for Kent in the darkness. Shocked by the sudden appearance, Kent has had enough for a while and just steps outside and into the cold Maine snow. Kent's encounters have been widely viewed by his YouTube audience and even privately investigated by paranormal groups. All believe that the house in Carmel, Maine is severely haunted by something sinister.
I don't get this though.
Getting the chance to come in and investigate the Lamb House, it is truly an experience that I will never, ever forget. The amount...
In my opinion on the paranormal and the ghost, because I am a skeptic, I am someone who I want to... No, I don't want to. I would have to see something to believe it. I've had some weird experiences in the past, and I keep saying it, but I will eventually do a video on my experiences. But what it would have to, I feel like it would have to be something so bad and so sinister to make, let's say for argument's sake, it is what people would deem as an energy. It would have to be so bad for something to be quote unquote haunted. Mental, mate. And some people claim that they're like friends with their ghost, which, I mean, that's in my opinion silly, but this one wants to unalive him. What? Literally, what?
of activity and interaction is just
Big up Janice though.
mind-blowing.
But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments.
I think that this place
Closet
is
space.
horrendous. Oh.
In this next extremely spooky video from Japan, real estate agents can be seen giving a tour of an empty apartment to a potential renter. The woman is interested in renting and says that she is surprised by the low monthly price. As she tours the
Do you
apartment,
know why? Because it was a murder house. The whole house, every single room has bad juju.
she records a video with her phone to review later. But when she's all alone in one of the apartment's bedrooms, things take a terrifying turn.
Love the quality. Love the quality. We're doing well here. Okay, let's have a look here then, shall we?
あれこれ、エアコンって、ああ、誰ですかね。お客様までつけていただく形になっちゃうんですけど、それでももしかしたら、はい。あ、こっちで。はい。そうなんですよ。ちょっと一箇所足ついちゃってるんで。
Mate, I'll tell you what, this is going to be horrendous. I know it is. The build up to this has been just way longer than it needs to be. This is going to be horrible, mate. Grab your popcorn, sit back, don't relax, because I'm not. Un, deux, trois. Why are we looking at the floor? What could possibly be on the floor that we... I'm sorry, you guys are going to have to watch this on your own. I apologise. Oh, I've got the other screen. I can't not see it unless I... How do I... I've got to like spin my head 180 in order to be able to do it. I'm watching the little screen. I'm watching the little screen. I'm watching the... I don't want to be. I'm watching the big screen. Look at me go. Oh! What the... I'm sorry, what is she still doing in there? Are you trying to... I don't want to... I don't know what could possibly come of this, but you can't be anything good. I didn't even see the face. I did not want to see the face. I knew there was a face. I saw a mouth open.
Fear when two pale hands grab her by the leg.
I thought they were legs, and I thought, oh my god, that's like a big chicken or something with a skinny leg.
Legs. Then, as she looks up, a terrifying...
Oh my god! Oh, I am going to see this face for the rest of my life, but just not right now because I don't want to see it.
Face can be seen peeking out from the top of the bedroom
No.
Now, as with most
Thank
Japanese
you very.
videos,
Look at that, mate. The
source
chicken
of this
legs.
clip is impossible to find, and I have no idea what happened afterwards.
This reminds me of like
real,
a film or something.
or is it all
I don't want
just
to.
an
I'm not looking at this
elaborate
face,
hoax?
but I swear to God.
You decide.
And you got the word. Oh, oh my.
Viewer videos.
Oh my good God. The fact that I now have to edit this video is making me feel all types of no.
This next video was sent in by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous. He explains in his email that he's in the United States military and is stationed at a US military post in Germany.
Hold on, he wants to remain anonymous, but his YouTube is Dubs No Jujitsu or Jiu-Jitsu or something, whatever that said.
That two of his friends were out on a regular patrol, checking out a creepy old German chapel. Now, this chapel was controlled by German military forces during the Second World War, and it is said to be extremely haunted. As the two men check out the dark chapel, they are shocked when they start to hear unexplained voices coming through their two-way radios.
This can also be explained by just tuning into the same frequency, same radio frequency. I've done this multiple times. When I was a kid, I I don't know if anyone's seen that game called Bowls. Bowls, Bowls, I think it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I actually... How do you spell bowls? Anyway, it will be on screen. I've probably saved myself in the editing. For anyone who knows what that game is, I live quite close to a bowls court, hall, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I was playing with a walkie-talkie once, and I actually tuned into their frequency, and I started messing about with the game. And then someone said they were going to call the police on me, and I was like, I mean, I don't know how you're going to know even possibly where I am, but I stopped just because at the time I was scared that they would know where I was. Anyway, but yeah, this could easily be explained.
That's our radios going off in the church. I don't know if somebody's hot micing or not.
This bit is like horrifically scary though. The fact that they're in a abandoned. It doesn't look very abandoned. Unless it's not abandoned. I've just made that part up.
It went off. It turned off.
The only thing that would possibly validate this is if, I don't know, the radio was just like army men or I don't know, do you know what I mean? Something relevant to them. It's terrifying though. The fact that that happens when you're in somewhere like this. Oh my. I don't know what I thought I saw them, but it...
Yeah. Still recording? Yeah. If you couldn't tell, we were just standing at the top of the pews, basically, and our radios just started going off, and there was voices and like a lady whispering in it. I swear to God.
It's really dark, and it did sound like a child on the radio.
Nobody said hot mic.
It would beg the question is, what time is it?
Radio can say hot mic over the, and it'll cut over it. Yeah. And it wasn't us because we would have heard each other talking.
Okay. So maybe everything I've just said is absolute nonsense.
You send that stuff to Stan, dude.
What seems to be the voice of a child can be heard, followed by the inaudible voices of adults.
Shut up. It just said shut up, didn't it? You got an attitude.
Now, the radio channel that they are using is restricted to military communication.
I like this very much.
So the two men have no idea where the voices could be coming from or what they are saying. They wonder if it could possibly be the ghosts of tragic souls that passed away during the Second World War. But what do you think these voices are?
I mean...
And just what could they be saying? Let me know what you think. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous reached out to me about a very spooky situation.
Wait, we're not done yet, mate. There's still... Number one was just viewer videos. So this is
found himself
multiple.
in late one night at an abandoned church in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The viewer explains in his email that he works security and is dispatched to investigate buildings where motion-activated alarms have been triggered. Late one night, he gets a call that a motion alarm has been triggered on the second floor of a creepy old abandoned church. When he arrives, he sees something suspicious and begins to record. What he captures is truly disturbing.
I don't like these church ones.
Oh, what the f***? Oh, what the f***?
I mean, there's someone in there. Let's be real. Guarantee you they say that they've done an entire sweep of the building and didn't find a single person. Probably because they escaped out of a back window. And as per usual, I'm probably about to be proven completely wrong because every single window is going to be boarded up and there was no way they could get out. And then I'm just, I don't know, hoping that it was not a ghost.
Someone or something small and dark can be seen moving away from the second floor window. Now, prior to this encounter, the security guard says that he had checked all doors into the building and they all were locked tight. He immediately calls the police to the scene to investigate, but they find no one inside and no way that anyone could have gained entry. The mysterious sighting caught on camera remains a mystery.
Okay, I'll just eat my words, shall I?
Of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
No.
Thanks for watching, subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video.
Horrible.
My Instagram.
Mate, Nuke's top 5. Like I said, mate, that was a horrible video. But like in a good way, you know what I mean? It makes me sad that Nukes doesn't like people watching his stuff. And I know that I am doing that, but these are all old videos. So I'd hope that he wouldn't have much of an issue with it. But shout out to Spooky Movie Fan. Mate, what a recommendation that was. Unbelievable. But guys, please do me a favor. If you liked the video, like the video, subscribe, tell a friend, tell their friends, and tell their friends. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.